to the Chow Time Pod. It's your host Red. I got a video today from TikTok, and it's just the cringe of fat acceptance and how so many women are obese slash overweight in the West, and it's not like that in the most of the other countries, especially in Southeast Asian countries. There's a lot more slimmer women, and I think a lot of Hispanic countries too. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Skills. Now let's see what we got. That's not a coping skill.
Because I'm sexy and chubby, man.
Why aren't you on a diet?
Because I like to eat. Is that such a crime?
Nothing infuriates a male internet troll more than a confident fat woman. And it's crazy that y'all go out of your way to come in our spaces to degrade us for simply existing when you could just work on your personality to get the kind of woman that you want so you can leave us the hell alone.
I can agree with that. Just leaving. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way to shame people. And women don't have to go out of their way to shame men too. So I can agree with her on this one. Promoting a little bit of obesity. Oh my god. And they wonder why men are leaving the West. Like, women aren't even putting themselves at their best foot forward to try to attract men and mates. And they think that us men have to just accept them the way they are and do like what they want. Oh god.
I'm looking for a yellow bone, long hair star. Thick in the hips, come get in my car.
Just to hear my brother say, yo, what's up, what's not? Moves ain't sticking, water ain't sticking, a love like a feather.
Just a reminder why we're leaving, man. Why most of us are leaving. Just, just to drill the point there to you guys.
From the back end of the chicken,
You know you guys want
ain't
this.
gonna use no silly hairspray.
I think I need some Dickwell or some Daddy Profin.
Let's talk about the difference between the pursuit of health and the pursuit of thinness. If you're in a bigger body, you know that we are preached to over and over that the pursuit of thinness is what will make us healthy. But there is study after study after study going back to the 60s that show intentional weight loss is actually harmful for our health. In fact, the number one predictor of whether or not you'll be fat as an adult is continued weight cycling, dieting. So what the heck do I mean when I say pursuing health, not pursuing thinness? The pursuit of health is a very different journey. Instead of starving our bodies or going on extreme diets, the pursuit of health is about including, adding. Where are we adding in exercise?
So what? Clogged arteries, heart attack, and all that shit doesn't matter. Just just because they're preaching thinness because thinness is less fat, and less fat means less clogged arteries.
In movement, where are we adding in more sleep? Where are we adding in more social time? Where are we adding in support systems to handle stress? Where are we adding in play and joy?
There's none of that in the pursuit of health and, to be fit. You think most men love doing all that stuff every day, having to do all these things? Okay, some men do. It is a good routine for some men. But, you'd think all of us wanted to do that, to chisel our bodies, because it was so easy, right?
The pursuit of health is so much broader than the pursuit of fitness. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The pursuit of thinness often leads to some of the most unhealthy behaviors we will ever do, while the pursuit of health leads to some of the healthiest things we will ever do for ourselves. Give yourself permission to stop chasing thinness. Instead, start adding things that lead to health. Also, I'm awkward AF. Love ya!
Let's talk about the formerly fat character trope, aka the flashback fatty. Hi, my name is Abby, and I'm the host of the podcast More Than Tracy Turnblad. I'm a plus-size actor, and I happen to be doing my solo show about it on Wednesday. Probably the most common examples of this trope are Fat Schmidt and Fat Monica from New Girl and Friends, respectively. And with both of these characters, we see their fat selves completely just treated as jokes, but also like bullied in horrifying ways. In fact, if an actual fat person were being bullied that much, I think even in the 90s or whenever, I really think that it would be treated as a tragedy and not a sitcom. But since we know the character is in a fat suit, that's the humor, and we'll let anything slide.
In the 90s, people got shamed for being fat, period. Like, that was part of the reason why I did not want to be fat. Like, my family was really on it about being fat.
Both Fat Schmidt and Fat Monica are food obsessed and rarely think or talk about anything else. They're also portrayed as very dumb and very naive. And yeah, they are younger versions, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Something that I do think is probably true to life is that the older versions of Schmidt and Monica are defined very much in opposition to their former fat selves. And so they look at their past selves as like almost completely separate people who, if they're not careful, they might turn back into. So much so that the current characters feel just like completely different people from their previous fat selves, which I think is how a lot of formerly fat people see their past selves.
Yeah. When you're 300 pounds and now you're 150 pounds, you lost half of yourself. So yeah, you're going to see yourself a lot differently.
Which makes sense because the characterizations we see of fatness in fat people are so stereotypical and narrow that they just don't even can't coalesce with a whole character or person. When we're thinking only in tropes, obviously a fat trope is going to be different than a not fat trope. Even if the not fat character's trope is supposedly a result of their prior fatness. I think that depicting characters this way does so much fucking damage because when we are separating the prior self from the current self, we are encouraging people not to see fat people as people. Obviously, the person who is not in the current timeline is...
I don't see my younger self as myself. So am I discounting young people, or am I ageist because I don't consider like what you're saying is so stupid?
Is going to be viewed as a little bit less of a person. And obviously the person...
Yeah, when I was younger, I was less of a person because I didn't know so much. I was an idiot.
In the fat suit is going to be viewed as less of a real person. And obviously, the person whose entire character is just tired stereotypes is gonna feel like a two-dimensional caricature cutout. And that makes everybody see fat people in that way. Especially because there's so little representation besides that. I talk a lot...
Shut up, fatty. There's plenty of representation of fat people everywhere nowadays.
More about Fat Monica in my solo show. So if you're in New York, come to Good Judy in Brooklyn at 8 o'clock on Wednesday if you want to hear more.
Nah, I'm good. See, like back in our day, women like this would not be flaunting their bellies, would not be wearing the type of clothes that they'd be wearing. This type of outfits and these type of things were like made for mostly fit women, and they were embarrassed to do these things. Now they do it as if they are so empowered, and men just see it as you're lazy and you don't care about what men want.
I love that I made a video saying fat people can do anything you can do, sometimes better, and some people are taking it so literally. Like,
Well,
picking
you said
their
anything.
brains apart. to try and find things that fat people can't do. Newsflash, some fat people can do that stuff. Some can't,
No.
but some can.
I don't think
And
most
you're
fat
just
people can
making
hug their
assumptions
knees.
based on what you've heard, read, whatever. I don't know. Just assumptions that
It's just called observation.
are wrong. And I don't even know. Like, what? Like, and I'm a little bit upset with myself because, you know, I see these comments and something in me is like, prove yourself. Like, show these people that they're wrong. And
Because you can't do it.
I shouldn't have to do that. Neither should you. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. These people just are sad. They're sad. That's all. They're sad.
we sad.
You know what I do when I see a
So
video I don't like
sad.
on TikTok? I long press on my screen and tell TikTok I don't like it, so I won't see it again. Wild concept, I know. Why do you have to comment on videos you don't like? And
I can say that the same for women.
engage with them. You know, commenting helps, right?
Yeah, I agree. I love it when
So
women,
why
you know,
do you do it?
talk shit on mine.
Does it like tickle a little spot deep within you? Like, why do you do this? I really cannot wrap my head around it because I would never do something like that. And I know a lot of people who would also never do something like that. So this small bunch of y'all that do it, I really don't understand. Like, I can't wrap
Don't
my
lie.
head around like
Women
why
do this
people are
shit
like
all the
this.
time.
It's sad. It really is.
It's more sad that you don't fully understand what the hell's going on and you don't understand men at all and like why they're saying these things. But when you guys say, "Oh, you're short and you're broke and you know you can't you can't take care of me, you're not a man," you know, like and all these things. What are you supposed to say?
And these are the same people that will say, "It's the internet. What do you expect?" I don't
This
know,
is
maybe
true.
even decency, like kindness, like basic respect.
No.
Like,
When people don't show people the kindness, decency, and respect on the internet, why should other people show that to the others?
just wish that this wasn't like a norm, that we're supposed to expect stuff like this when we sign up to be on the internet. And
It's called expecting criticism. Him saying that, "Oh, hug your knees," then is a criticism. You said that every fat person can do the exact same thing that skinny people can do. He asked you to hug your knees then, which proves that you cannot do everything that skinny people can do. So it's just is what it is. It's called the truth.
most of the people who comment and stuff like that don't even have videos on their own pages, so y'all are just
A lot of people want to put this like, oh, they don't even have platforms, they don't have videos, they don't do anything. Not everybody wants to put themselves out there and show themselves like that because they don't want to take those criticisms, but they don't mind dishing out criticism. That's fine because you are on a public platform to be able to be criticized. That's the point of it.
literally
fuck?
just
She's been
do
doing
something
this for a
else,
long ass
like anything
time.
else. Or maybe don't. Maybe just keep engaging with my video and helping me out.
She's really upset.
I can't
about
be
this.
the only person that just can't. How is it that we've gotten to a point where like romanticizing obesity is?
What really tickles me the most about people who use the term glorifying obesity is that you only say that when we're not living in shame. If that same billboard showed that same model looking really sad while eating a hamburger or looking down at their stomach, hating themselves, see, you'd be completely fine with that, and you know that. But when we're thriving, when we're booking, when we're making money, when we are taking up space that you thought was only exclusive to people like you, ooh, you get so mad. It's 2022, and fat people are finally being recognized for how brilliant.
Yeah, we do get mad because you take up too much of our space. Well, you know, usually it'd be 10 of us there, but as soon as 2 of you show up, now it only fits 2 of us. So that's why we're mad. Whew, that was some chunky chow. You know, yeah, I want to shame these women, tell you the truth, because you should not be that obese. You should not accept that your body is that big. You should not accept and flaunt your body when it's like that, because men do not do that. Men don't flaunt their bellies out in the gym like that unless they have six-pack abs. It is what it is, right? And more women trying to force other women to be bigger and, you know, to accept everything, and for men to accept everything. It's just more reason for men to leave. More reason. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. It's Chow Time.